We can all agree that people like Kathleen Kennedy, Leslie Headland, and Amanda Stenberg are never going to admit failure, especially with something like The Acolyte. It's the worst production under Disney's Star Wars wing, hands down. Anything produced by Lucasfilm since 2012 has been hit or miss. Well, more like a miss. And that's become the trend.
Oh, definitely more miss than hit. It's like watching a slow motion car crash and Kathleen Kennedy's driving the damn thing. Let's be honest, her leadership skills are non-existent. And don't even get me started on Bob Iger. He's got this ridiculous agenda, and instead of righting the ship, he's sinking it faster. You know, the cancellation of The Acolyte was probably the biggest embarrassment Disney has ever had.
The power of one, the power of two, the power of many.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, 100%. The numbers speak for themselves. Those Nielsen ratings were brutal. They tried to cover it up before, but they couldn't hide forever. Disney got caught red-handed, and they had no choice but to pull the plug. But the best part, watching Kathleen Kennedy scramble like a headless chicken afterward, she tried to pin it on Iger. Like, come on, as if he's not just as much to blame for keeping her in charge all these years.
Exactly, they're both responsible for this dumpster fire, but Kennedy acting like the victim here is just pathetic. She's the one who tanked the Star Wars films and TV shows. As long as she's at the helm, it's only going to get worse. Lucasfilm is literally the laughingstock of Disney right now, and now she's throwing tantrums because her little empire is crumbling. It's hilarious to watch.
Right, it's laughable how Kennedy's throwing shade at Iger for killing her pet projects, but let's be real, these shows were going to flop anyway. Fewer people were going to watch them after The Acolyte. And here's the kicker. Disney's board is split over whether to let Kennedy extend her contract. There's an actual debate about whether she deserves to stay after all this disaster. I mean, how is this even a question?
They should have booted her years ago. And I'm so glad her grand plan of building this mini Star Wars universe around the Acolyte characters is dead in the water now. Iger's focusing more on films instead of these awful shows, though they're still doubling down on their diversity agenda. It's like they learned nothing from this whole fiasco.
And that's another thing. Iger's still pushing the same agenda that got them into this mess. They've removed Leslie Headland from a bunch of projects already, but they haven't learned their lesson. It's like they're determined to keep digging their own grave. Kennedy had her remote meetings trying to save these shows, but Iger shut her down. Good riddance to those Acolyte spinoffs. No one wants more of that trash.
Oh man, Kennedy's been having meltdowns about it too. I heard she's so angry she can't even see straight. She was trying to bring back characters like Osha, Vernestra, and Jecki. Like, who the hell even are these people? And now she's blaming Iger for the demise of Star Wars, as if she hasn't been driving it straight into the ground for years.
Put another gay diverse woman in it, make it more fucking lame. And the Disney stock just keeps going down and down and down. And then Bob Iger is all like, no, what's going on with my stock?
Yeah, it's classic Kennedy, blame everyone but yourself. But here's the thing. Iger's to blame too, because he's the one who kept her in power. He could have stopped this train wreck years ago, but no, he let it go on. So they're both responsible, but Kennedy's delusion is something else. She actually thinks she's saving Star Wars when all she's doing is alienating the fan base.
And don't forget, they didn't even want George Lucas on set for The Acolyte. Can you imagine the nerve? They didn't want the guy who created Star Wars to have any influence. They're that insecure about their garbage content. It's no wonder everything they touch turns to dust.
Exactly. It's insane. And now, with Kennedy's contract drama, they're still negotiating whether to keep her around. A decision's coming in October, but honestly, the fact that it's even up for debate is ridiculous. She's ruined the brand, pushed away the fan base, and yet somehow she's still in the picture.
She's so rattled by all this, she doesn't even know what to do next. She's scrambling to start from scratch, finding new showrunners to push her agenda, but no one's buying what she's selling anymore. The damage is done, and honestly, Disney's just rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic at this point.
Yep, they're trying to ditch anything that remotely smells like The Acolyte while still pushing their agenda. They axe those Acolyte spin-off shows, but it's not like they're learning. They're just looking for a new way to package the same garbage and hope people don't notice. And with the board of directors finally waking up to the fact that Kennedy's a disaster, maybe they'll pull the plug on her before she does more damage. And hopefully we can see a return to George Lucas's vision, but I won't hold my breath.
We can only hope, man. We're at the point where the best thing they could do is a total reboot with new leadership. Star Wars fans deserve better than this, but for now, all we can do is sit back, watch them eat each other alive, and hope the next generation of creators does it justice. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up and subscribe for more Trooper Talks. Thanks for watching.